Due to increased competition from other premium cards like the Capital One Venture X and American Express Platinum, the Chase Sapphire Reserve has declined in popularity over the last couple of years. But the Chase Sapphire Reserve is still one of the most valuable credit cards that you can possibly get, with a ton of luxury travel benefits as Chase's highest end credit card. So especially if you're a Chase loyalist and you are looking for a premium credit card, then the Chase Sapphire Reserve could be a great option for you. And in this video, I'm going to go over 10 benefits that you need to take advantage of on your Chase Sapphire Reserve. Also, if you already have the Chase Sapphire Reserve or you're considering getting this credit card in the future, then make sure to stay until the end of this video because some of the benefits that I'm going to discuss are going to be benefits that you probably haven't even considered when it comes to the Sapphire Reserve. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. The first benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve that you need to take advantage of is going to be the welcome bonus. The welcome bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to be to receive 60,000 bonus points if you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. On the surface, that welcome bonus does not seem too great, especially for a premium credit card that has a really high annual fee of $550. If you just redeem those points for cash back and get 1 cent per point in redemption value, then you'd get a total value of $600 from this welcome bonus, which isn't too great, but it would still allow you to cancel out the entire fee that you need to pay on the Sapphire Reserve during year 1. But at the very minimum, I think you should be able to get at least 1.5 cents per point in redemption value for those points that you earn on the welcome bonus, which will give you a value of $900 from that welcome bonus. And you could easily earn over 2 cents per point in redemption value from this welcome bonus, which will give you a total value of $1,200. And I will discuss exactly how you're able to do this later in the video. All right, the next benefit that you need to take advantage of on the Sapphire Reserve is going to be the point multipliers, because there are some sneaky high point multipliers on this credit card, especially in some travel-related spending categories. The point multipliers on the Chase Sapphire Reserve are going to be 10x back on hotels and car rentals booked through the Chase travel portal, 10x back on Lyft purchases, 5x back on flights that are booked through the Chase travel portal, 3x back on all other travel, 3x back on dining, and then 1x back on everything else. So if you frequently use the Chase travel portal, then those point multipliers are especially going to be good because you're going to get those really high multipliers for travel-related categories when you book travel through the Chase travel portal. Plus, that 3x back on all other travel is a pretty nice multiplier to have because you aren't restricted to having to use the Chase travel portal. So you could even get that 3% back if you were to book something like an Airbnb or book a flight directly with an airline. Okay, the third benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve that you need to make sure that you take advantage of is probably the most important benefit on this card. So it's going to be essential that you are taking advantage of this benefit on your Sapphire Reserve, and that benefit is going to be a $300 annual travel credit that you get every single year on your Chase Sapphire Reserve. Basically, you'll get that $300 credit applied to your Chase Sapphire Reserve for any travel purchases over $300 that you book with any travel platform. So even something like Airbnb, this doesn't have to be with the Chase travel portal. Because of the flexibility of that credit, that $300 annual travel credit is going to be pretty easy to use, because if you were considering getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve in the first place, then you probably travel at least a couple times a year anyways, and so you can basically get $300 back for some of the travel expenses that you have for that year. And if we consider that the annual fee on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $550 and that travel credit is $300, then this travel credit can lower your effective fee on the card down to just $250. So you absolutely need to make sure that you're taking full advantage of that $300 travel credit, because this is the #1 way to lower your effective fee on the Sapphire Reserve. Okay, now if we shift into some of the redemption value capabilities on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the opportunity to increase your redemption value upside on this credit card is one of the most important benefits on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So the fourth benefit that you must take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is the opportunity to get 50% high redemption value for any points that you redeem through the Chase travel portal. Basically, for the welcome bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, where you were able to earn 60,000 bonus points, those would typically be worth $600 in value when you redeem those points for cash back. But like I mentioned earlier in the video, that 50% high redemption value increases your floor to $900 in value for that welcome bonus, when you simply take those points and redeem them for travel in the Chase Travel Portal. So for example, maybe you travel a lot for work and sometimes you're able to book hotels in the Chase Travel Portal and then you're able to get reimbursed later by your work, of course. Well, then you'd have two really good options because you could either get 50% higher redemption value if you wanted to use points for that booking, or if you wanted to use cash, then you'd still get that 10% multiplier for any hotels that you book through the Chase Travel Portal. But you can actually get a lot higher redemption value for specific types of travel like international flights, especially in first or business class, or for luxury hotels when you use a different redemption value strategy. So the fifth benefit that you need to take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to be Chase's really strong travel partners. Basically, Chase has a really strong list of hotel and airline travel partners, which you can transfer your Chase points to these travel partner programs at a 1-to-1 ratio. And this is exactly how you maximize your redemption value upside, because utilizing Chase's travel partners should at the very minimum get you 2 cents per point in redemption value, which would make those same 60,000 points that you get on the welcome bonus have a value of $1,200. So if we discuss some of the redemption value options that you would have with Chase's travel partners, there are some options that would be on the lower side in terms of the redemption value that you would get, but would still be pretty useful. And those would include things like a domestic flight on United or Southwest, or you could go for one of those really high redemption value options like flying internationally with Iberia or Virgin Atlantic, or booking a high-end Hyatt hotel. Ultimately, this travel partner benefit is one of the best benefits on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but you will also have this same benefit on the much cheaper $95 Chase Sapphire Preferred. And I actually have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and I prefer the Chase Sapphire Preferred over the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And I actually did just make a full comparison video on these two credit cards, so I'll put that up on the screen right now if you want to go watch that video when you're done watching this one. The next benefit that you need to take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is having access to Chase's Luxury Hotel and Resort Collection. Basically, Chase's Luxury Hotel Collection is a portfolio of over 1,000 unique and luxurious properties throughout the world. And when you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you have access to book through this platform, which allows you to get benefits like a daily breakfast for two, a special benefit worth up to $100, that is unique to the specific property, but usually includes something like a free dinner or spa treatment. And then when available, you'll also get free room upgrades and then early check-in and late checkout. So especially since the prices for booking with the Chase Hotel and Resort Collection are pretty similar to just booking directly with the property, these benefits are really good since you'll get some of these added features like that special benefit that is unique to the property. And I especially love that special benefit because it's basically just added value that you get for booking with the Chase Hotel and Resort Collection that you would not have got if you booked somewhere else. So for instance, if you were to book the Mystique Hotel in Santorini, Greece with the Chase Hotel and Resort Collection, that special benefit is going to be a wine tasting for two and a bottle of Santorini wine, which I think is a really cool benefit. Essentially, the Chase Hotel and Resort Collection is very similar to American Express Fine Hotels and Resorts, which are both great programs if you want to get some added value. Additionally, another benefit that you would only get on the Sapphire Reserve and not on the Sapphire Preferred is going to be Priority Pass lounge access. Basically, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to give you a Priority Pass Select membership, which includes complimentary access for yourself plus two guests to over 1,300 airport lounges throughout the world. Priority Pass lounges aren't incredibly luxurious and definitely have a lot less benefits than other airport lounges like Santorini lounges, but especially if you travel frequently, then having some sort of airport lounge access is a really important benefit, and especially if you travel with a +1, well then you'll get those complimentary additional two guests as well. Plus, unlike a lot of American Express cards, Priority Pass access with Chase still allows you to utilize the Priority Pass restaurants, which is some hidden value that you get with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Also, super quick before I get into the next benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button because it helps support the channel and it's completely free for you to do, and I would really appreciate it. All right, the eighth benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve that you need to take advantage of is going to be that Dash Pass membership. Dash Pass is essentially the premium service that is offered within DoorDash that allows you to get $0 delivery fees and some other fees that are waived as well. So especially if you frequently order food delivery services, then this benefit is especially going to be valuable for you. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you are going to get that DoorDash Dash Pass subscription for a minimum of 1 year as long as you activate by the end of 2024. Plus, you'll get an additional $5 in DoorDash credits for the first 3 months, which can basically give you an additional $15 in value on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The ninth benefit to take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to be the Instacart benefits. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to give you a complimentary Instacart Plus membership for 1 year, and that Instacart Plus membership is going to include benefits like unlimited free deliveries, lower service fees, and then credits on specific purchases. I personally never use online grocery store platforms because I just personally prefer to go in person for my grocery store shopping, but if you are someone who likes these delivery services, then this could be a good benefit for you. The 10th benefit to take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to be a benefit that is pretty intuitive, and that is going to be no foreign transaction fees. As it suggests, this basically means that you can take the Chase Sapphire Reserve with you when you travel internationally because you'll have no added charges for any purchases that you make internationally. A lot of credit cards out there will charge you something like a 3% foreign transaction fee, so it's nice to know for peace of mind that you can take the Chase Sapphire Reserve with you when you travel internationally and you won't be charged anything extra. And then I do have one bonus benefit that you need to take advantage of on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and that is going to be all of the many travel protections that you get with this credit card. I'm not going to get into all of these specific details, but the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to give you primary car rental insurance, trip cancellation insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty protection. So there are a lot of benefits that you need to make sure that you are taking advantage of if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but I still think that the Chase Sapphire Reserve needs a major refresh because the benefits simply just aren't as good as some other comparable travel credit cards that are out there, like the Capital One Venture Rex and American Express Platinum. Plus, the Chase Sapphire Preferred gets a lot of the same benefits as the Sapphire Reserve for a fraction of the cost, so I think a lot of people would probably be best suited to just stick with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But if you were a Chase loyalist, then the Chase Sapphire Reserve could be worth it for you if you were in the market for a luxury credit card, and you can get some value from some of the specific value that you get on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, such as having access to the luxury hotel and resort collection, access to a priority pass select membership, and other benefits like that. If you want to know how to use the Chase Sapphire Reserve or even the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the very best Chase credit card setup, then watch this video next. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.